Welcome, lords and ladies of fate. In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You earn fate chips by just watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just contributing to the game. You can then use those fate chips to heal characters or adjust their next skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the story. Today we are playing Rift's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse, and we have with us our cast, including Michael playing as Rembrandt Brown, the Weapon X Super Spy. Next we've got Chance playing as Felix, the Human Totem Warrior. Myself will be playing as Lester Craft, the Human Princess Sign Nullifier. And hopefully we'll have a couple late arrivals with Bill and April both playing some Atlanteans, and Dave playing as Kirthraxis, the Dragon Youngling. But to mitigate the will of the fates this evening, we have Julian as our GM.
Hello, and welcome back. Tonight's chapter will be the penultimate chapter, might not be the penultimate session, probably not, and will be one more for the road. Last time, our heroes tracked down the Sunage assassin, saved Dr. Forsyth and their car. Before that, they saw some very strange information given to them by the Sunage assassin for some reason. They still don't really know why. About someone who had infiltrated some South American army. Probably pre-Cataclysm, but yeah, you never know. Anyway, it seems that you are more or less finished in Madhaven, which I presume you are quite relieved about, most of you, for reasons. And the research you should get there, Dr. Forsyth did copy everything. He just got kidnapped before he could go with you. So he is all ready to go home. You, of course, realize while mapping your road home that this might take some time. It took you some time to get here. So, within or without Lenny, depending on riding your animal or in the car, you are beginning your long trek and hoping for, well, not too many weird dimensional stuff going on.
We're headed back the same way we came, right? To grab
Yeah, let's go to the longhouses first, because that's where David is.
Indeed.
So we are going to make all possible haste to the longhouse.
That David, I forgot about him.
And his codpiece. Sir Cole also asks if he can join you on your ride. He seems to have nothing left really to do in Madhaven, so he wants to go home.
Let's bring him along.
And as you move forward, would those of you who have it please give me a wilderness survival check?
I believe I can do that. I have a 61. Roll 1d100 less than 61. Apparently I'm in a hurry.
I do have that.
Fair enough. Does anyone else have any?
Yes.
Wilderness survival? You do remain? Oh yeah, and you definitely succeeded. Good. As you scout ahead every now and then to make sure you have somewhere to actually, drive in that's not a ruined building, you do notice that under some very light rubble there seems to be an almost intact road. You recognize it as something that's probably been a highway back in the day, and would ease your travels very much if you travel along that, especially because you have riding animals. If it was just Lenny, it wouldn't be a problem. He's a hover vehicle, but...
Okay, well, I have X-ray eyes, right? So I can see better this road than most, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, if you can also use that, but you notice it without your powers.
All right, so we navigate that way then. I just I point out the road itself and say, hey, we can make it easier over here. I also wanted to make
with that road,
Yeah.
you definitely just see it.
as long as it's in the direction that we're headed, it's not going to take us, detour us off, because the new road that we walked is probably the best road. But that one location, I wanted to make sure I marked it on my map itself, my personal map on my computer. It was that.
Oh, you muted
It was
yourself.
a location where those nexuses crossed, where that dimension, that multi-layer dimension that we walked through when it had that weird vision. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I recorded that on my my little map.
No problem. But you drive on and ride on. Let's see. I think I have you on the Lenny map. I do have you on the Lenny map. Are you all satisfied with your current positions in Lenny? Or do you want to change it up?
Now I don't have. Who's driving? Is Lenny driving himself?
Most of the time he does. He has mentioned on the way here and a little bit on the way back that he probably should let someone take over if it gets a bit rough. But he can definitely just be your autopilot.
Now, yeah. So I don't have driving as a skill. It's not one of my listed skills. Is there a way I can adapt and pick up driving?
You can use one of the skills you get for leveling and do drive automobile or pilot automobile.
I didn't understand that. Say it again.
You can use one of the skills you get for leveling.
For leveling.
Remember that you're leveling skills according to the super spy.
You said I can get 2, right? So I picked the 2 I got already. Was to detect concealment, and there was another skill, espionage skill. So you're saying I can replace it with one of my driving skills for a driving skill?
Yeah, if you want to. You haven't had them long. I'm okay with it.
All right, then I'll do that. I'll just pick up driving and I'll take over when Lenny's not interested.
Cool. Then it's a pilot hovercraft ground. Actually, is probably the best one for you to take. You also needed that last time, so it's probably good to have. So yeah.
Yeah, none of us can drive other than maybe the professor.
At least now one of you can. Just miraculously
and Mary Ann here on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Isle.
You said pilot hovercraft ground? Okay. Awesome. So I'm learning how to pilot a hovercraft. I can't hit anything, right? It floats.
Most of the time. Very jagged landscape will cause some problems, and chemicals and stuff like that. But yeah, generally, it's a really good way of traveling over the wasteland. Good. Felix, I assume you are riding beside Lenny, or are you inside Lenny?
I'd be riding out front, if possible. Because theoretically, I'm the scout and the lookout, and when I'm not being distracted by going fast.
That's fair. Illustra?
I will probably ride inside this time, because even though I feel a little disappointed in how the whole coal thing shook out, I probably still feel like an obligation to at least tend to him since he did help me.
You notice that he's talking quite a lot with Lenny. Apparently just looking at the dashboard every now and then and having conversations. It seems like he's asking a lot of questions about your travels, what you've been doing. Not in any snoopy way, but it seems like he's very interested in where you've been.
I'll definitely jump in with my own perspective, all that stuff.
So you see, there were these cows,
and they were so
first
some
camp,
of them were really
first
nice.
night at camp as we're driving. I'm telling the story because first night at camp.
But you roll on for the road northwards towards the Longhouse in hopes of some quiet time. And Felix, you are definitely relieved as you leave the Manhattan area, or Madhaven area, and the voices disappear. They still linger in your dreams, though. The first couple of nights are a bit rough. Same goes for Michael as well. Rembrandt, sorry, I just forgot your character name for a minute. I don't know why. Illustra, you of course are fine. Because, yeah. And Dr. Cole, not Dr. Cole, Sir Cole seems very healthy all of a sudden. Again, it seems kind of miraculous. He really shouldn't have healed this fast, especially when it comes to mental stuff. It seems kind of odd. That's all I'm saying. The Atlanteans are very quiet for some reason. Maybe they're in telepathic communication with the dragon, who's also very quiet. But as you roll on and the weather begins to once again become rainy and thundery, but not in a supernatural way. That's always something. You're quite sure of that, Felix. You smell the sky and nothing happens. But do give me a detect ambush, would you?
Let's see, I got that at a 46. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good roll. Well, it's nighttime. It's been about 4 days of travel so far, uneventful. But as you're rolling along and the thunder and the lightning in the sky, and you look up and smell it for supernatural creatures, you notice something that's not demonic.
Is it
as such?
Riders in the Sky?
Well, they're in the sky, and it's definitely riders. It seems like riders on something horse-like with wings? But very big. Much too big to be any horse you know, or a Pegasus or something like that. And you notice they're trying to follow you without being noticed.
With their hooves made of steel and snouts of fire?
Whose riders in the sky?
Should I do a lore demon and monster? Could that work to help out identify them?
You can't really see them right now if you have a binocular or something like that.
I don't, but I just have like perfect vision. Enhanced animal like perfect vision and hearing.
It seems like humanoids on very large, well, Pegasus with bat wings.
Okay. Pull up short, stop the convoy. And then I'll just, I'll hop off the horse, walk out into the open somewhere on the road, a little ways away from Lenny and the rest of everybody. And
I'll just stop you for a minute because other stuff might happen once other actions take place. Well, you contacted Remy inside Lenny. Remy, do you hear the signal from Felix that he wants you to stop? You slow down and stop, I guess? Oh, you're muted.
rally up.
I stop the car and I alert people there's something going on.
Excellent. Because once the car stops, Felix, and as you are moving towards your designated plan, you definitely notice that they have noticed you stopping, and have apparently realized you've seen them, and have stopped with all the prowling stuff, because it usually doesn't work when you're a big freaking horse in the sky, and is now diving towards you.
Hi, I'm Felix!
The rest of you, if you look out of windows and stuff, can definitely see 4 horse-shaped creatures diving towards you in what I would say a threatening fashion.
Does Lenny have any guns?
I think, didn't you mount something on him? I think Demetrius mounted something on him after the Minotaurs.
I wasn't there with the Minotaurs.
I don't remember.
Do you remember?
I don't remember that, but that's not to say that it couldn't have happened.
I remember we collected a bunch of
I
guns.
seem to remember he took a railgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a railgun. I think he wanted to mount it. let's say he mounted a railgun.
Okay.
It's been a while, so let's say that has actually happened. So yes, there is a railgun on Lenny's roof.
Excellent. So I want to take position. And how many do I see? And
4.
and they're all aggressively coming towards us.
Very much diving.
Okay.
I want to shoot some warning shots. You know, I'm not going to hit anything, but I'm going to hit air to misdirect them. You know, so if they're coming down on a straight angle, I'm going to hit into that angle to make them scatter.
Yeah. Give me a strike roll. If nothing else, you will interrupt their lane of attack.
That's what I mean, yeah.
This is not how I act.
What happened?
Says the Jabberwocky killer.
Hey, if I know they're mean, then yeah, I sneak attack and stuff, but I have to be honorable and I have to give them the opportunity to solve a conflict.
Fair enough.
Do I use it? Add any bonuses to that?
That actually depends. Do you have the weapon systems skill? No. Then do you have WP MD heavy? I think it's called.
No, I just have WP automatic pistol, energy rifle, and pistol rifle.
Yeah. Then you don't get any bonuses.
Okay. So a 9.
It still is a hit.
I'm just hitting the air. I'm not targeting.
Oh, I know. You hit what you want to hit, is what I'm saying. And one of them will actually use a dodge action to get out of the way of what he thinks is aimed at him. So... And he apparently dodges the attack that didn't hit him anyway, but he's very secure in the reason that he was not hit. Very good.
Now, do I get it?
Hey, what the hell are you doing? We gotta find out if they're hostile before we start shooting at them.
I know. I just wanted to get them alert that we're defensible here. What do I detect? Like any markings, any emblems, any what does their gear look like?
Do you have any sort of telescopic sight or something like that?
I have binoculars and I have infrared goggles.
Okay, then first of all, your infrared goggles is pretty easy to activate. That's just while you're shooting. You can see that there is heat from the riders, but not from the horses.
Heat from the riders, but not from the horses.
Well, not any living heat. There is heat from engines and stuff like that from the horses. It seems like they're robots.
Okay, so I let them know that. Then how are they flying? Like, are they being
Hover bikes in the shape of horses.
Okay.
Almost. I think it's time to reveal the horses as you can see them with your telescopic.
Or magic. Could be techno-wizard.
Or magic.
Like an animated object, like a statue.
You could do that too. But the horses look like this. The riders don't look like this, but the horses.
Oh, that's neat.
This.
All right. Well.
Hi, I'm Felix.
I take aim at one of them and just eyeball them.
Cool. You can get one more attack off before we roll initiative because you have them on your side.
I'm not gonna fire. I'm gonna let him know. We're, cease your attack. We're not hostile. Approach with your arms, visible, or I'm gonna have to shoot.
You send the radio signal in hope that it works. Illustra, do you want to do anything about the whole situation?
No, I'm going to see how this plays out.
Good. Well, as they do not appear to respond to your threats of shooting, they continue their dive and will attack you. Well, not attack you, because instead of just swooping on, while they're swooping on, it seems like they're touching their arms. And dropping from the horses are some very strange looking creatures. And I'm gonna reveal those as well. They look like this. 3 of them does this. The 4th one, who was off his route because of the shooting, apparently can't really control his horse enough to touch his arm.
Xenomorphs?
You would think so. And I think, well, we could do a demon monster law roll before we do initiative as they drop on your
Where
car.
did you post it? Because I don't see it.
In roll 20? You should be there. It's beside the horses.
I just see the horses. Is there's like a
Success
snake?
by 10%. Zoom out and scroll up.
Okay,
Up and left.
gotcha.
Well, it does either a lot. Well, Illustra doesn't see anything because she's inside the car. Remy, do you have Demon Monster Law? I
No.
don't remember if you do. No,
I didn't roll because I
didn't
figured this would be
think so.
something she just doesn't know about. From like, chances of that being on her planet is probably pretty slim.
Yeah, that and you're inside the car, so you don't really see what's going on up in the sky at the moment. But Felix, these are Grickleapers. You do know these, unfortunately, quite well. They are usually hiding in canyons, especially around the Grand Canyon. They usually hunt in flocks of dozens, so yay, only 3 of them. They do have rather sharp claws and teeth.
And they are aggressive critters.
Oh yes, indeed.
Light them up!
Aside from that, I don't remember. Do you have law magic, Felix?
No, I don't have lore magic. Indians, animals, monsters.
And not enough. Well, then I will rule that over the radio before the initiative is rolled, Demetrius shouts, "Tattoo magic!" Let's roll for initiative.
Oh boy,
Roll for initiative.
tattoo magic. Okay.
Remy, you have some bonuses, right?
Yeah,
I'm
plus
really
2.
Forgetting. Yeah.
So apparently, I'm just like, you know what's cool, guys? I'll let you have the first strike. I really want to know that you're hostile and all. Just gotta be sure. Really sure.
Turn the other cheek, man. Turn the other cheek.
Yeah, I think we gave him a good enough warning. This is no warning again.
Light them up!
Light him up.
And I'll just roll for all of the treatment. So 10, 7, 12, 10. Cool.
Look, I need one of these for my baby. And one more for the road.
Cool. Yep. Excellent. Well, Illustra, as we've seen many a time, you are quite quick in combat, and you hear the sound of something landing on Lenny's roof. Not very heavy, but it's definitely an ominous sound.
Okay. So,
I'll actually shift
what
you to
can we do here? You know what? How big does my force field get? It's not enough to cover Lenny completely, is it?
No, not that big. Lenny is quite a big car.
Oh, the other question I have real quick, time-wise from the last interaction till now, have I recovered, like, my ISP and stuff? Okay.
Yes, you are all at full potential. You have rested for 4 days, and there has been ley lines on your way. So if you've needed something extra, that has helped. And you've been able to meditate and sleep and all that. So yes, you are all at full power.
Right.
Otherwise, it would be evil of me of throwing 4 tattooed men after you. To be honest.
I guess at this point, I'm gonna get to the window and just kind of like, just kind of put myself in sight of what's going on, and kind of hold my action from there. I think.
You see a head of one of these quick leapers, apparently they're called, coming out from the roof going...
Well, then I won't hold my action. I will. I'm gonna kind of like freak out and surprise, and just kind of use my telekinetic accelerated attack.
Definitely. Give me a strike roll.
All right. So that's with +4. 11.
It hits. It will use one of its many, many attacks to dodge. No, it will not. It will try, but no. No. You hit it. And even though it probably won't hurt it too much in itself, as you are driving in a fast... Well, no, you're not driving in a vehicle. It just gets pushed back on the roof.
Well, this attack actually does damage. This is the first offensive thing
then
she's
give me
got.
some damage. Excellent.
So that should be 14.
Damn.
It just takes a lot out of her.
You see some chitin just removing itself and some goo spurting out. It seemed it hurt it rather a lot.
Oh.
And that gets us to Remy.
I take aim and shoot.
Yes, who do you want to shoot at?
Anyone that's standing.
You see that there are 4 of these quick leapers on the roof, and then there are 4 in the sky, riders of
I'll take
horses.
the sky.
Cool.
So I roll strike.
Yep. Oh. Pretty good. He will try to dodge. He does not want to be hit by... No, you hit him. And that was the Kitani railgun, so that's 66 damage.
This only goes up to 5.
You can do in the advanced roller, you should be able to. Oh, because you can just do the advanced roller. In the bottom of that square, you can see that there's a small flag you can press.
Or type /roll.
Or that.
Roll.
/roll space 5d6. 5d6. Yeah.
66.
66, yeah.
No, it says. You mean /R?
/roll space.
No, /R.
Oh, well, you rolled it. It worked. 16 damage. You hammer bullets into the robot horse, and you see sparks coming out of it as plates are removed and wires are being exposed.
Well, can I see where, with my X-ray vision, can I see the weak areas where I could hit it and, like a call shot, maybe not a call shot, but like a critical area?
You don't have any robot electronics or something like that skills, do you?
I do have electronics.
Yeah, but it's only basic,
yeah,
right?
It's only basic.
Yeah, then no. It's much too high tech for you to actually see the.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, not. It doesn't have any obvious weak points. In it.
Okay. Well, am I thinking that the wings are keeping these things flying?
You don't think so? That wouldn't really make any sense if they're mechanical. They're for looks. They'd have some sort of booster somewhere.
Unless it was magic. I was thinking maybe magic.
If it's magic, then yes, then it wouldn't need the wings either.
Okay.
Cool. But that leads us to the first tattooed man. Who dives down towards you, Felix, and in a flash of lightning, you actually see his face. He's ugly. He's an ogre. And I'm gonna show him in roll 20. He looks like this.
You missed the cosplay convention.
As he dives towards you, he gurgles something that sounds like Professor. and you see a fiery sword appear in his hand that he tries to chop you down with. I assume you want to parry
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, well, he does hit with a 20, actually.
Oh.
Dang. Oh, you did. The pluses is already added. I thought you rolled a 19. Yes, you are hit.
5.
You are hit by fire sword. You probably noticed that this fire sword is not all that different from Demetrius's fire sword. You've seen him use that quite a lot of times. And you get 9 mecha damage.
Okay. Space Nazis are so last season, jerk.
Me biker cool.
You just keep telling yourself that.
But let's get back
Young
to-
man, there's a hat you can wear. I said, young man.
That leads us to 2 more tattooed men. One of them is probably the dodgy guy, so he's gonna hang back and just release his fire sword, and the next one will also attack, but he will attack Lenny with his sword.
It seemed like a ride too much.
It is a cool ride. Which he hits with a 15, and since it's controlling itself, you know what? Illustra, why don't you roll me a d20 for Lenny's very excellent combat skills? No, Lenny gets hit by a fire sword. Lenny gets 11 damage. I'll keep track of that for now. I'll tell you when it gets smoky. But you hear Lenny say, "Hey, that's my roof, you bastards!" As we get to, well, actually the third tattoo man, who also hits Lenny with his fire sword. Well, tries. It doesn't really work all that well. Felix, why don't you roll me a dice for Lenny this time? Because I just hit. You definitely... He does actually dodge out of the way of this fire sword. Then we get to the Grid Leapers, the 3 of them on the roof, that will all try to rip open the roof, apparently. One of them, probably the one that's damaged from Illustra's attack, doesn't hit anything, skids on the roof, very smooth in exterior, and falls off the car. The 2 others will do some damage to Lenny. Lenny gets 17 more damage. I said, hey, that's mine! And that gets us to Felix.
So I'm gonna use the bow on the injured Quick Leaper. Are we anywhere near a ley line or nexus of the sorts? And are they any sort of alien intelligence or essence?
No.
Okay.
No. It is, at the moment, a magical creature, if that helps.
Well, my gear... Yeah, okay.
Just in case it helps.
Spirit bow,
considered
injured
magic.
Quick Leaper.
Yep.
Which is, I think, +4 to strike.
Well, it's definitely a hit, and since it's very concentrated on the car and falling off it at the moment. Give me damage.
Another 15 points of damage to it.
It sticks within its shoulder blade, and a lot of the gooey stuff squirts out. It seems like the gooey stuff is kind of glowy. You're pretty sure it's not supposed to be with normal Quick Leapers. Good, good. Well, that was round 1. Let's start once more. Round 2, Illustra.
Okay, so what do I see out the window now? Now that one's kind of gone.
You see one of the ogres on one of these robot horses flying around Felix, trying to get a hit on him, while Felix is just, he doesn't really care about it and shoots bows at the one you just blew off the roof. You also noticed the other one circling and diving towards the car with their flaming swords.
Okay.
And you also hear Rick Leapers on the roof because they are making a lot of noise.
All right. I'm gonna see the one that is diving towards the vehicle. I'm gonna attempt to use my telekinetic push to see if I can't knock him off his ride.
Cool. Give me a strike roll.
Hey, you get off my cloud.
I want that horse. It's my horse.
Oh.
Oh. No, since it's a ranged attack, no. Good idea, though.
I tried my non-lethal methods.
Oh, that would probably prove lethal if you actually
Shh, don't
succeeded
destroy
that.
my illusions.
Well. True. Remy, your turn.
All right, wash, rinse, and repeat. So I'm gonna shoot again.
Dagger.
No luck.
Dear. No, you dagger the sky. So we get to all the tattooed men. We'll start with the one besides you, Felix. He will try and hit you with his fire swords, whilst swinging at you and not hitting you.
Those come with assless chaps too.
It does seem like they have covered those places. In his defense, he looks a bit more like a biker who can't find a shirt. With a lot of fucking tattoos, by the way. You see a lot of tattoos on these guys. Anyway, as he swings, you hear in his growling something along the lines of Gabriel. Do you know Goblin by any chance?
Oh, I do not believe that I do. Nope. I have Cherokee English forefathers and fairy.
I know Gobbly.
Then you understand that he is saying for Lady Shibril.
Okay. I'm just gonna, instead of like telling everybody, I'm just gonna scream out, "Who's Lady Shibril?"
Probably don't know at the moment, but everybody looks in astonishment about this name. Anyway, we get to the choppy on the car thingy. They will all chop the car because they don't like Lenny for some reason. And since Lenny, at the moment, he can parry one of those, so Remy, well, not parry, but dodge. Remy, give me a roll for Lenny.
For Lenny?
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
If he can, just a d20. It's a straight d20 for if he can actually get out of the way. No, he can't. He gets damage from all of them. So... that could actually have been much worse. However, you definitely see holes in the roof beginning to appear here and there, and Remy, you notice that some of those blades are coming dangerously close to the cannon tower in which you're sitting. He's definitely not down for the count, Lenny, but it's beginning to get through a lot of his armor. And you hear Lenny swearing like a sailor, because of this current situation. Not in pain, just in annoyance that he no longer has a roof. So that would be 52 damage in all for Lenny. And the Grig Leapers will also claw their way in, or try.
So I bet Lenny, if he just went full speed, could outrun these suckers.
Probably. Well, maybe not the horses, but the Grig Leapers, yeah, most certainly.
Oh, he couldn't outrun the horses, huh?
Well, since they're robot horses, they're cheating. To be honest. One of the Grig Leapers is now through the roof and looks inside going...
I didn't invite you in.
No, you most definitely did not. And Lenny spouts out something now. Do something! Which gets us 2 feet.
I only get 1 action per turn.
I'm going to move and jump on top of the roof and make it so if they want to get in, they have to get through me. I'm going to stand on top. They can't hit the roof without going through me now.
You see that the Quick Leaper is crawling down, and you notice its head is inside the car at the moment. But yes, you can definitely get up on the roof. Do you want to do an attack as well?
If I can, then absolutely.
Oh, definitely. You're pretty close, and Lenny is not fast at the moment, so he's just moving every now and then back and forth to get out of the way.
Whoops, I forgot to look at my stat bonuses. My attack bonus is... Dodge, strike, 4.
What do you attack?
I'd like to attack the injured one, but I don't think the injured one is the one that's got his head down. So the one that has the head down, I'm just going to try to pull him out and toss him.
Yep.
I think I do.
Oh!
Can I toss him at one of the horses?
You know what? With a natural 20, hell yeah. I'm cool with that. Give me damage like a punch. As a natural 20, by the way, so double that.
22.
Cool. Well, first of all, you hear a crack from the Grig Leaper. Doesn't seem to like that at all. Dive go. And one of the horses seems to be losing a leg. You see a robot leg falling down as you smash it with your throwing Grig Leaper. Excellent, excellent. Well, round 3, Illustra.
All right, so the one that...
You see that the one...
No, go ahead.
Sorry? The one popping inside before has been pulled out and is now no longer a threat.
All right. Can I still see the flying horses?
Oh, yes.
Then I'm going to attempt the same strategy last time and see if I can knock one off their horse.
Cool.
A 16 this time.
Oh, much better.
And it's got a 60% knockout or knockdown chance.
Oh, cool. It even has its own table. Then I'm just going to... Oh! So if there's a 60% chance that doesn't knock him out. Yeah. Usually that would be really bad. Actually, it would have been better if there wasn't a knockout chance, because I was going to do a horsemanship check. Which he would definitely have failed at 95. But nonetheless, you do damage anyway.
Well, that one doesn't do damage. Not only to SDC.
Oh, that's... Yeah, that's just a push then. Cool. Well, let's move it on to Remy.
Well, there's gravity, right? He's falling?
Yep. He's not falling because the roll is definitely beyond 60. So he manages to stay on.
All right, I'm going to target a horse, flying horse, and shoot.
Yep. The same one you've been targeting so far? Oh, yeah, never mind. A lot of the sky is dying. Random birds everywhere is going whack and falling from the sky.
It's keeping him from coming closer, though, right?
Well, yes, they definitely don't approach the turret at the moment. This is true, except for the Greek Leapers every now and then who scratches it. Speaking of the tattooed men and the Greek Leapers, they seem to be once again flying upwards as you begin to shoot a lot and chop a lot and stuff like that, pushing them off their horses and costing them robot legs. And you see one of them, the one who's been fighting you for a while, Felix, touches his shoulder. And falling from the sky is a creature that should never be falling from the
A
sky.
whale?
Well, you're not that far off, really, when you get right down to it. It does not seem happy about the situation, and you're not really sure this is the smartest way of using a summoning power. However, the creature falling from the sky looks like this. Oh, sorry, you're in the wrong picture. There you go.
It's a Tarask.
Kind of like a cross between a rhinoceros and a Tarask. Yeah. It is bright red with rainbow coloring and seems to be plummeting towards you.
All right, Lenny, time to move.
Is this the same coloring that's on the ferret?
No. Well, some of it actually, yeah. But where the ferret is all over the place, this is just some. It looks like it has feathers on its side of the head. It's quite odd.
It's just not related to the same coloring, though.
No. It doesn't seem related. It's just rainbow coloring. But let's do a check for Lenny. Let's Illustra. Do me a d20 for Lenny.
Okay. 12.
It's a pretty good roll. I'll actually make a strike roll with a weird monster. He's gonna throw the monster at you, and I'm gonna roll for him throwing the monster at you. No! The very surprised-looking lizard rhino Tarask creature lands with a great big boom right next to where Lenny was a moment ago. He just manages to speed up a bit. It doesn't seem to hurt it as it clambers up and looks around. That was everything but the Quick Leapers. So, Quick Leapers. 2 of them this time, because one of them has been thrown away.
Do I get to parry them?
Yes. And both are parries. So yeah, you just fend them off. No, stop scratching, Lenny. Which leads us to you.
Is one of the 2 that attacked the injured one?
No, because one of the there's one of them that's injured. Yeah.
Oh, I thought okay. The injured one, instead of parrying, can I do a simultaneous attack?
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
Okay.
And I'll just give Lenny some damage though.
As I'm booting it off. Because there's only one Quick Leaper that's injured at this point, but he's been injured pretty heavily.
Oh, yes. Cool. And that hits. And yes, he is crushed. Crushed in goo and crunchiness. His gooey center is right next to you. It does not look tasty. But he is quite dead. It is quite dead. Well, not dead as such. It looks dead for a couple of seconds and then kind of fades away. Like a spell. One might say. Hey, that rhymed. Anyway, round 4, Illustra.
Okay. I'm going to use the same tactic again because I feel like that's potentially the most effective. Try harder. And I'm gonna push. Natural 20.
Oh! Dang it. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna do a roll.
It all works out when you try real hard.
And this time I'm gonna make it a horsemanship instead, because that definitely should push him off the horse. So yeah, you see one of the ogres flying from his horse. And you hear one of the other ogres screaming, "Gronk, no!"
Watch out for the tree!
Beware of falling ogres.
So one of the flying horses is just circling around for now.
Alright, so beware of falling ogres.
Yes. I'm an ogre. Clash. Anyway, that gets us to Rebbe.
So I saw this creature disappear, right?
Yes, you did.
So, all right, I'm assuming that all these creatures could be mythical, magical, disappearing. They might not even be real, and we're wasting our good ammunition on a figment of imagination here.
The horsemen are real.
We can't get that ammo back. We're wasting freaking ammo. Because these things might not even
As you think these thoughts, you do remember that Demetrius kind of does the same thing with his riding horse.
Does it disappear?
Yeah, when he's finished with it, it disappears in the same way.
Yeah, so it's temporarily here. And it's just...
Take out the horses.
No, they got this giant dinosaur guy here. Right on Lenny, where I'm at. And he's a lot bigger target than those flying horses. So I'm going to switch my gun to target this thing. And I'm going to just try to unload on it.
Yep. Give me roll. You hit and it does not try to dodge, so give me damage. 66. Very good. Some of its scales is thrown off by the railgun shots, and it looks at the turret going, "Roar," which you're pretty sure is not friendly. So, the tattooed guys. One of them is not gonna do anything because he's in the forest. The three others will circle higher, apparently. Not wanting to get more involved at the moment. But the quick leapers will keep clawing. And the one you threw off will also attack, so there's now another wounded on the roof. Oh, there's only three of them, so there's one left. Cool. Sorry, my mistake. Which you parry. Most definitely. It doesn't seem like it's noticing you, really. It just goes for the roof without really trying to get away from your parrying, which makes it very easy to do. You would almost think you could hit it automatically, for example, if you were so inclined. And speaking of that, it's your turn.
So the Mr. Horse with the broken leg.
Yep. He will try and dodge you. Oh, try and dodge you. Oh, I do actually touch you. Very neat.
What?
Oh my. A natural 20?
What?
You do not hit. You hit this guy.
That son of a... Did your mom teach you that?
Go, 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 go. Or something like
Why don't you come down here and say that to my face?
Nice try. Which leads us to round 5. Illustra, do you have any more attacks?
I do not. I think 4 is my limit. Yep, 4 is my limit.
Okay, then it's Remy. Oh, you're muted.
I'm on fire.
Yep. On the big thing again?
On a big thing again.
Yes, you definitely hit. Roll me more damage. Hmm. 16. Cool. A little bit of its horn is blown away. Much less that you would want it to, but still, hey, every little bit helps. Good. And that gets us to the Tattooed Man that doesn't do anything at the moment except for trying to get more out of range, it seems. They want to let their monsters do the talking, it seems. The remaining Grig Leaper will try to claw the roof once more. No, he won't. You don't need to parry that. Well, you can. And then we get to the big guy. The big guy tries to plow up the end of Lenny. And I'm gonna rule that that's gonna be tough to parry. Because he's big. So, yeah. And actually, Felix, make me a d20 roll for Lenny to make a dodge. Oh. That's actually a pretty good roll. How much of a plus do I have on that? Because I actually think I miss. Oh, I just hit. With 1.
I tried, Lenny.
So, you did. Lenny really didn't want to be hit by that, which is very understandable. Lenny gets, well, 30 damage. That could have been much, much worse. But still, you notice the horn ripping a bit of Lenny's back up. So, 121. Lenny has now, in all, taken 121 damage. He seems like he could really use a mechanic very, very soon. Some of his voice is being cut off every now and then. Apparently some wires are getting caught. But that brings us to Felix.
Injured horseman. Blasted. I wasted my good rolls on you, Lenny.
He nimbly dodges away. So, do any of you have more attacks? It's round 6.
I have 6, but I used 1 for a Simo attack, so...
Oh, you had 1 more, Remy?
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Yes, give me damage.
Well, it's not a 20, so it's either a hit or not hit. So 19 is a great roll, but it doesn't do shit for me.
Yeah, unless it's a natural 20,
so
then.
it's just a shit roll.
Oh, I think you did it wrong. Oh, there we go.
He's doing 30, I'm whacking like 16 for 21.
Well, you are getting through a lot of the armor on this thing, actually. Not all of it by any means, but yeah, you're definitely doing damage. You see some sort of liquid bursting out every now and then from it. You think it's blood. Again, it's glowy though, but it's blood.
Alright, I'm gonna yell to the guys, focus on this freaking creature before he destroys the car.
And that is a very good sentence to wait until we roll initiative for the next round of battle, and the heroes are fighting for their lives against a great big rhinoceros beast of doom and death. And we are once more gonna roll for initiative. without the 6th sense bonus, of course, Illustra, unfortunately, but
Let's see, that gives me
18, very nice. You are in the battle now. They are definitely not your friends. You have figured this out, and Remy gets an 11, and Illustra gets an 8. Big Beastie gets... Oh! Big Beastie is very slow all of a sudden.
doesn't like all those bullet holes.
Yes. Quickleap is quite kind of fast, though. And those 2 guys are hanging back, so that fits pretty well. Well, that still makes us start out with Felix. You are still faster than the rhinoceros beast.
Okay, I really want to fish. Yeah, okay, I'll shoot at the rhino.
Well, that does hit.
Do you get any lore bonuses for this creature?
Don't think you have anything against magical beasts.
Demons and monsters.
It is a demon. Well, it is a monster. It's considered a monster, but
That was a good roll.
18. Because it's summoned from the tattoo thing, it is a magical creature instead of a normal animal. But you do hit it, and some more ectoplasmic blood squirts out. 75. It's beginning to feel the pain. The pain. Which leads us to the Quick Leaper, who's very active now that you're concentrating on something different. Well, you're not, but it doesn't know that. The Quick Leaper hits. Do you want to parry it?
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna parry. Which has a +5.
No, more damage to Lenny. Uh-oh.
I had to take my eye off the ball.
Yep. Fitting, really. Lenny's not happy about it, but Lenny's never happy, so. That brings us to Remy.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing next.
All right. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Blast that motherfucker. Oh, no. This time you just don't hit it. Well, that gets us to...
Spend a point of fortune to get my turn back.
We'll get there in the next round. You'll get another shot. The 2 guys are hanging back. One of them is touching his arm, and you see a force field surrounding him. And then there's Illustra.
All right. So can I actually see this big thing from my vantage point?
Yeah, if nothing else, you see horns coming through the side or the back of the truck every now and then.
Okay. Then damn, I don't know what I can do to that thing. I guess I'll peek my eye through one of the holes so that I can see, and I will use another one of my the telekinetic accelerated attacks, and just kind of
Sure.
shoot it with some mind bullets, I guess.
Cool. Every little bit helps.
That's telekinesis,
Right.
Kyle.
Yeah. Mind bullets.
Got a 12.
You hit. Give me some damage.
18.
Ooh, very nice. That's 152. Cool. Excellent. Well, that gets us to the big beastie. The big beastie will chew on. And this time, Remy's roll me a d20 for Lenny, so he can try and get out of the way. Poor car. He's gonna roll high, though. New. Ow. 60 damage for Lenny. Lenny no longer has a back door.
Oh, hi, everybody.
You definitely see the great big beast now. It's very visible.
Faster, drive faster.
Ah!
You clocked the T-Rex at 35?
But let's take it from the top once more. So, Felix, you had an idea. I heard you say it.
I do have an idea, and it's going to be a fun one. Unless this critter is like 99% dead.
Doesn't look like it's 99% dead.
Okay.
No.
So I am among some of the premier horse riders in the world. I have horsemanship cowboy. I have trick riding. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I do, and I really don't want to burst your bubble, but you have again noticed Demetrius with his flying horse. That seems like it's not really an animal as much as a construct.
Right, but the point of it is to pull it away.
Okay.
To give it
Just mentioning that it might be very difficult. It's a really good idea, though, and I like it.
I'm pulling it away from Lenny. So the goal is to like jump on, grab it by the horn, try to like yank the horn to the side, so it's like stomp, 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 stomp.
Those of you watching, if you want to give Felix a bonus now, would definitely be the time. Give me a horsemanship
Save
check.
us, chat. Save us.
Oh God!
Ooh.
I have a 78 horsemanship. I rolled a 76.
Skin of the teeth.
Normally, a normal horse would definitely be rideable by now, but no.
Oh, man.
No. Unfortunately, you land on this beastie, and it doesn't seem to care a flying twit about you and just keeps munching on Lenny. You are now on top of it, though. Which leads us to Remy? No, the Quick Leaper. Sorry. The Quick Leaper is no longer parryable. So it will just claw and scratch a bit on Lenny. With 9 more damage.
It was a good try.
It was. And if it had been an actual creature, one of these attacking you, I would have loved you to see you do that.
Just got to be
You have
exciting.
all sorts of animal empathy powers and stuff like that. Anyway,
Yeah,
Remy,
I'm
now
use the
to
railgun on him.
Yep. Definitely a hit. Give me damage. Very nice. One of its eyes is now shut out. With the remaining one. Well, a glass at the turret, so. Which gets us to the 2 guys. They think their monster is doing fine. They don't need to use any more PPE at the moment. So
And they can
that
just drop
gets us to
another
Illustra.
one, right? Because there was 4 of them up in the air.
They probably can, now that you mention it, yes. Well, 3 of them, yeah, up in the air. But still, yeah, they probably, if nothing else, he can probably reactivate it. So they're having fun in the air just watching you getting munched by their creature. So, Illustra, you see this great, big, monstrous thingy. If you want to see a color picture of it, by the way, it's in the front of the bestiary for Rifts, if you have that.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so I believe the last instruction was to continue beating on the big thing. Does it look like we're even like accomplishing much with this thing?
It does look like it's hurt. Not nowhere near the 99 that Felix said, but it seemed like it might be about halfway.
And Lenny's looking pretty beat up, huh?
Lenny is more than halfway. He is having a bad day.
Keep out the horses if it dies in the air. Keep them distracted.
Are those the guys on the horses still within range?
What is your range?
That's a good question. For that, what I want to do... let's see. I got 100... Well, wait, that's the wrong thing. I'll have to look and see that one. 1 second. Wrong whip. Oh, no.
Has my ring done anything during this whole process?
Doing this process, no.
Alright, and psychic powers are page. Shoot. Where is it?
But it has now actually worked twice in this campaign.
Well, you said it's in tuned, right? I ain't tuned to it.
Yes, you
So
are.
I don't know what it does, though.
Nope. But to our audience and to you off game, it has worked twice now.
Alright, telekinetic push is where...
I'll give a 500 XP bonus if any of the viewers guess when the ring worked.
Okay.
But only the viewers, no cheating players.
Oh yeah, I don't have enough range for that. That's like a very short range-ish type thing. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. No, yeah, it's not the same. Still not good. So no.
Throw something heavy up the back of the car.
Can I take the stove?
I don't think you
No.
can carry that. No.
You
I'm
can
sorry.
telekinetic push it.
Pooh.
Use your mind powers and throw the table.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just use my accelerated attack again. I can only do it a couple more times. And I'll use it on the big guy.
On the
Yeah.
big beastie?
Okay, so that...
On a happy note, he doesn't seem to be wanting to dodge. He takes the damage.
This is over next round.
My strike... Oh, it's +4. Okay, good. So 13?
That's a hit. Give me damage.
15.
Yep. Good. Which leaves us to the big beastie, who has had quite enough of railgun fire into its head and is now climbing the remains of Lenny and trying to bite the turret. It does hit. Lenny can't really dodge that. So I actually have to look up how much turret MDC Lenny has. That's kind of important at this point. Just
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? You can do a simultaneous attack.
What I want to do is break the rules. I can phase.
Okay.
I want to phase
Yeah.
inside of him with my gun, with my vibro blade, and I want to slice my way out or slice through him.
What you can do, because it is the problem that you can't attack while phasing. If you actually make me a good enough strike
Here's
roll,
the thing: I can't attack while I'm phasing, but I can go on and off. So I can phase into him and turn myself back on with my blade.
Oh, oh, that's gonna hurt you too.
I
Just
know,
so
but
you know.
if this was solid, I would be concerned. But this is a living creature.
Okay. As long as you're willing to take the damage,
Yep,
it's gonna hurt both of you.
It's gonna
But
hurt
yeah,
him a
sure.
lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
It probably is, but
Yeah,
I'll allow that.
Like I said, this is over. Done.
You don't need to roll me a strike because you don't really need to be precise
But
when it comes to that.
I'm grabbing my viral blade, right?
Oh yeah, but that doesn't take an attack roll. It's just the maneuver itself is pretty easy.
It's just what's going to happen once I phase back while I'm inside of him. I'm assuming there's going to be like a crushing damage, but that's why I have a blade.
Still gonna hurt you a lot, though.
I know. But if I'm going to go do all this, I want to make sure it's hard. I'm not going to go all this for...
yes.
You know, I'm going to take this kind of step. I'm going for this kind of danger. Then I'm going to make sure I'm getting a vital organ.
I am gonna give you both the same damage, basically, because it presses inwards, you press outwards. Right. And it's all of a sudden. So let's make it 2d6 times 10. So 60 damage to both of you. And since it's your armor should can still take the impact, so it is directed to your armor instead of directed.
Okay.
Yep.
That sounds.
Because it's also a mega damage creature, so it's tough enough to do that. But it's
I'm still kicking.
And it gets to 209. The rest of you notice a bulge around its stomach area. And it does slow down a lot. Still moving though. You, Remy, are now surrounded by guts, and you are in a very unhappy place.
With my blade. Slicing through his freaking organs. Right? It's his heart,
doing your best.
Right? His heart, and I'm not stabbing anything vital.
Yes, while that's going on, we are moving on to the two people who don't know what's going on, so they're not going to stop you. And that gets us to the Grig Leaper. The mighty Grig Leaper. Doesn't hit. Apparently he's very surprised that no one's trying to stop him, so he just looks around and scratches the roof a bit. So, Illustra.
Okay. So I saw Remy jump onto/into this thing.
You did. He disappeared into it. And then you saw a bulge inside.
That means I probably don't want to continue doing what I'm doing. Because that will probably hurt both of them. So, so the only other things nearby are the Grig Leapers then?
Just one.
Yeah.
Grig.
Trying to scratch a hole in the ceiling.
Then I'll do another telekinetic accelerated attack on that. 11.
That hits. It doesn't really know you're there or can do mind bullets. So
11 points of damage.
It goes smashing into it, and you hear as it flies off the roof and lands somewhere around. It is now gone.
I'll take it.
Because it was also hurt. So, it gets us to the very strange sensation of a stomachache in a magical creature that doesn't have sentience as such. But still knows what pain is, because it's kind of just, this is a survival instinct inside these two creatures. It's a very strange sense of magic. And it can feel that most of the damage coming to it at the moment is definitely coming from inside. So it will stop and try to vomit It doesn't really do that much of a good job because you're not in stomach sack as such. Well, part of you is, your foot is. But you do feel everything crushing and retracting a lot, which I'll give you just a little bit more damage. Don't worry, not too much.
No.
Still, it hurts a little bit when it's trying to digest / throw you up, and it gives you 9 more mega damage. But doesn't attack Lenny this turn. Felix.
I really want to try to use the animal handling again to pull it away. But
You're pretty sure it's gonna be tough.
Probably what I should do is Legolas this shit. Legolas on top of the Oliphant. Oh, it's only got one eye left though, so I guess I'll take out the eye.
You want to do a call shot?
Called shot eye.
Cool.
Now, doesn't the vibroblade cause any internal damage to this thing?
Yeah, but we'll get to that when your turn. You're gonna roll some more damage. Trust me. Holy! If that's gonna be necessary with a natural 20, do give me some damage. Doesn't have a lot of MDC left. Does have some.
Not
Huh?
there. I used
Oh.
X instead of star. I think a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
That's pretty good damage.
I go for the eye and make it to the brain.
Well, you do definitely hit the eye, and it roars in some sort of agony. Most of the roaring doesn't really get through because a lot of it's convulsing at the same time, so it's more like ah! Much to your great relief, Remy, it stops convulsing as it slams down and disappears, and you fall down on the ground a couple of feet. Nothing that'll give you damage, but get out. Covered in goo for just a couple of seconds, then it just washes away.
What about my damage? Does that wash away? Oh, that was,
No,
that's real.
no, unfortunately
All
not.
right, I look at the horseman.
That is
and
very
I say,
real.
I just throw up my hands. Like, what's next?
There's still a quick leaper.
He's on the truck, right?
The quick leaper was thrown away and killed by Illustra, so that one is gone. So it is actually only the tattooed men
There's
left.
still a couple of tattoo guys up there.
Do you have? I keep forgetting. You have a higher MA, right? You can do the intimidate,
Yes.
Remy. Yes, I thought so. Please give me an
My
intimidate
MA
check.
is 21. So what, I'm rolling 20?
D100. Oh.
Oh, I have a 65 trust intimidate. Is that what I was going for?
Yeah. It's not gonna help you there.
Fox
But-
guy has a intimidation too, though.
Yes.
No, you don't?
Indeed.
Damn.
I don't have a horror factor.
you had
No, not horror factor. Intimidation.
Oh,
Oh,
it
you have a
was-
high MA?
No, my MA is only 13.
I do.
Oh.
Someone else
But-
does.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
works
Illustra
for
actually. Which we'll get to now.
Excellent.
It is your turn, Illustra.
Well, there's nothing within range of doing anything. I see them taunting them at this point. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna look at them and yell, "You leave us alone!"
Well, give me an intimidate check. I know you can. You do have the stats.
And the other question is my karmic ability in
You
place?
suck!
Is my karmic
Oh,
ability,
sorry?
is that in play for this?
Yes, yes.
Hey, can I add an assist? Can I go over by the guns and aim it?
Oh, man.
Oh, that's you could, but that doesn't seem to be. Wow. Well, as you've all noticed quite a lot of times, Illustra's voice have very strange qualities, semi-magical even. And even though her voice probably shouldn't travel all that well in the stormy weather and stuff like that, especially because they're pretty high up, it seems to be echoing through the air, just leave us alone, which just for a slight second seems very scared and a bit desperate, but just turns into this angry shout into the air. And you see the remaining horsemen circling one last time and flying into the night.
I'll grab the remains of the door, put it on the back.
Yeah, we check on Lenny. How bad is it?
It's pretty bad. You have basic mechanics as well, right? Give me a basic mechanics roll to see if you can salvage something.
Oh, I'm sure that's good.
Should be.
Yeah, I make it.
Cool. You do manage to get some sort of small repairs done, so it doesn't affect its travel ability. It is not environmental anymore. It has to go into a garage to fix that, but it will still be able to fly and be Lenny for now. He is more than halfway through his mega damage, by the way. He has, it has 70 mega damage.
There's nothing I can do to help repair, like a repair on the car?
Not with the things you have now. If you have a garage, you could probably do something. You need a lot more spare parts because of the amount of damage that it got, because it's pretty.
So we just gotta head a course until that low and just hopefully no more interruptions. No, actually we're stopping over at what is that?
The Longhouse.
Yeah, Longhouse. Is that Longhouse Preserve or Reservation or what?
Preserve. The
so
Longhouse
yeah,
Preserve.
we head towards that. Continue on.
You drive on, being a lot more observant than you were before, I guess. Mainly because you have a lot of holes to look out for. And you drive on into the stormy night. Nothing else happens at that point. Days go by. You long for some sort of rest, but you don't know what's going to come out of the sky. Nothing has attacked you, but you do feel like you're watched. That is until after about a week of travel, you notice in the distance the Longhouse Preserve once more. And you are greeted by a lot of children. Not carrying, but kind of pushing a very strangely dressed David Bowie. And trying to make him sing a song. Something along the lines of what kind of magic spell to use, and he looks extremely tired. He sees your car and looks very happy.
Then we come back.
And runs. Guys, finally. Oh, it's not like... Are we gonna leave now?
We need a bit of rest first.
Rest
and some
probably
repairs.
They do have a garage here, correct?
Well, they do have some facilities, yes, because they do have technology, not a lot of it, but enough that you could probably repair the holes, so you don't have rain inside of Lenny and stuff like that.
Weld some patches on.
Yeah. Weld some
some
patches.
stuff like that.
All I gotta do is weld some sheet metals to it. It's not gonna be fully repaired, but
no, but it'll be more safe and actually have some more MDC on it, because at the moment it's rattling apart. It was getting really close. So do me another basic mechanics with a plus 20 because you have facilities. Oh, more than enough.
It.
You're quite proud of your work. It doesn't look as clunky as you thought it would be.
Man, this technology, this metal, this welding is a lot better. Got this fusion platform, this plasma fusion stuff is great, man.
They have some great tools in this world. So and even Lenny is impressed. Thanks, man. That's almost like new. It's not almost like you know you do need it to be repaired in Laszlo, but it will have more than half of its mega damage left now and be
Can I fix my?
not environmental.
What about fixing my armor up?
You could do that as well, not fully, but you could repair up to 20. Let's see how well you roll. Again with the plus 20.
Not bad.
How much below your
My
skill?
skill is my basic is 60 plus. Yeah, it's like 65.
65. Okay, that will repair 20 then. Anyone else want to do some patching up and stuff like that? Other than just sleeping and eating and resting?
I'm talking to the chiefess girl.
I want to know.
She doesn't mind talking to you, listening to your stories.
Is this Anne? Anne Kleinstar? Yeah,
think
Anne
that was-
Kleinstar.
Oh, yeah. But, Illustra,
I
what
want
about
to know
you?
more about this song he's been singing, teaching these kids.
You are taught the song, if nothing else, from the children. It's a pretty good song. It's a sing-along thing with a choir and all sorts of weird spells and goblins and stuff like that. So it's added to your repertoire. You can now sing Dance Magic Dance if you so decide.
Put that in my back pocket.
But as you are talking to the kids and learning this song, Sir Cole approaches you.
Oh, hello.
I think I owe you an apology, my lady.
Oh, how come?
Well, more than one. I think I should explain myself. When I met you, I thought that you were completely innocent and defenseless, and thought that where I was the completely wrong place for a girl like you.
Yeah.
That's why I left you in Laszlo. I knew they would take care of you while moving on with my quest.
Well, I appreciate your concern, but I can handle myself, thank you.
I know that now, having heard from your car, of all people. You seem to be much more able than I thought, and that I must apologize for my behavior. It was rude and unbecoming, and I hope you can forgive me.
Water under the bridge, my friend.
Do I
Thank
hear
you,
this
Mike.
conversation?
Probably it's not secret.
I want to tell him, Sir Cole, the first time I met Illustra, I was trapped, lost in some kind of magic spell. And if it wasn't for her and her crew coming along, I'd be still there dead by now. So as bad and bold as I can be, I would be nothing without my companions.
I see that, and I was mistaken. I have old-fashioned notions,
Well, it's not
but I thank you for showing me
It's
otherwise.
not the first time somebody's underestimated me, and it won't be the last. But this trip's opened my eyes to many things, and, you learn and move on from things.
Did you kiss me while we were there?
We learn and move on from things.
I said we learn. Well, very nice. Everything seems to be well and cozy. You all rest up and are taken very well care of by the people living in the preserve. If nothing else, you have a lot of stories you can tell them. And as the night falls and you all fall asleep, and we slowly move the camera a bit to another scene in another place, somewhere dark. where an ogre is kneeling before its master. Black-clad woman with a horned helmet. You failed me. You know the cost of failure. I am sorry, Lady Shibril. We did what we could. I don't. Now feel the... And as she's about to take her hand, apparently this is some sort of punishment. You... Oh, the camera sees...
You cut out on me there. I couldn't hear what you just said.
From what part?
Sounds like your microphone like cut out or something.
Yeah, all of a sudden I can't hear you hardly.
I'll try again.
There
Which
we go.
part,
Now we got you again.
How much back do I have to go?
Her hand reached out.
Oh, then a portal opens behind her, and a shadowy figure appears. Lady of the Eternal Nightmare. Too long your master have called for you, and you would not listen. Lord Splinketh likes not waiting. No matter. I have time. I will come. And the camera fades away. And that is where we'll end for tonight.
Oh, spooky. Thanks to all of our cast and crew and anybody who has been watching with us. And if it's your first time, please hit the follow button down the bottom right-hand corner. And join us tomorrow night for Tomb of Annihilation, 5th edition D&D adventure, from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Followed by Monday, we're going to be doing some community games, some Jackbox. So obviously anybody is invited to come participate in that. We will be doing that 8:30 to 10 Eastern Time on Monday. Tuesday, we have Conan. You want to give a quick plug on Conan?
Yeah, on Tuesday they get to start probably going into either the haunted mine or maybe finding out what the bandits are up to, the Kitani bandit named Boar, or maybe looking into the potentially evil bureaucrat, or many threads to pull.
Right. You never know with the player characters. They always throw you for a loop. But after that, there'll be the Billy F and Wildstar show on Billy F and Wildstar's channel. Not sure what will be on the menu for playing this week, but tune into that 9 to 11 Eastern. Wednesday, we will... God, what do we have Wednesday? Wednesday is Curse of Strahd. Right, Curse of Strahd Wednesday. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Another 5th edition D&D campaign. Very spooky. Thursday, we'll be returning for the other Rifts campaign, Megaverse Mayhem. And that will be 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, we will return next weekend for the continuation of this as we work our way back to Laszlo, hopefully.
Bum, 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 bum. I promise nothing.
Yeah, you never can tell. You never can tell. So let's get this raid moving along here.